This is episode 1052 of the Daily Meditation Podcast. I'm Mary Meckley, and I welcome you to the final episode of our series this week. Our series is all about gentle self-care. It's been a little harsh these days, these months, and we're not sure when it will let up. So as you have gone through this series, I hope that you will discover some ways that you could ongoing give yourself some self-care. In fact, I am sharing a gentle self-care guide with you. It's the everyday guide to gentle self-care over on Instagram and Facebook. I actually got access to my Facebook account after having been locked out of my account for the past 7 or 8 months. I want to thank those of you who reached out to me with advice. I really appreciate your help. So I want to start using these resources because they are resources if you use them well. I want to share ways to connect with you more deeply regarding the theme of each week's series. And it's been so much fun meeting you there. So go check out your guide. You can refer to it again and again. And I'd like to hear from you. Which is your favorite ritual on the guide? Now, I shared with you rituals that I try to do every day. And I've built up this routine, this daily routine over several years. So I'm sharing it with you. So what I thought I would do in today's meditation is share a little insight and also go through the different rituals that I shared with you on the guide. So your insight for today, as you complete this week-long series on gentle self-care, is really all about helping you to feel a little more empowered by giving yourself some peace so that you can have more energy and clarity. Especially during times like this, it's all the more important to slow down and take care of yourself. Now, when you do this, you may feel a little guilty because you can feel as though you shouldn't really be doing all these kind of seeming to be decadent types of rituals for yourself when there's just so much going on in the world. So many people are hurting right now. But that makes it even more important for you to be calm and at your best. And while you're doing your self-care ritual, think of it as a way to refuel yourself so that you can have more focus and energy. That's truly what you are doing. So it's not something that you're doing selfishly or inappropriately for these times. We don't have to be so somber. People feed off your joy. They feed off your enthusiasm. And that's what we all need so desperately right now. So I hope you enjoy these rituals. The very first ritual is to start your day by hydrating, replenishing yourself. After you've been sleeping all night long, when you wake up in the morning, instantly sip some water with a lemon or some other kind of citrus, and you can put herbs in your water. I often put lemongrass and rosemary in my lemon water that I have each morning. And if you sip the water at room temperature, this is a way that helps to prepare your digestion for the whole rest of the day. If the water is too warm or too cold, according to this Japanese morning ritual that I'm sharing with you, although many people do this ritual, but the Japanese have really emphasized this in the morning, making sure that your first sip of the morning is at room temperature. Your second ritual in the guide is to give yourself some movement. So I'm sharing with you ways to meditate here on the podcast, but movement is equally important. When you are giving yourself regular movement, you have energy, and meditation is in no way passive. You know that now. Meditation is incredibly dynamic and it takes energy and focus. Maybe you're going to run or walk or swim or bike or lift weights. Make sure that you add strength as well as cardio, as well as stretching. It's all important. It's all going to help you be your best. The third ritual is to meditate. And here you are doing that. Allow yourself time every day to relax into inner stillness. Sit quietly and notice the rhythm and flow of your breath. And this weekend, I encourage you to visualize yourself in a place where you feel safe and cared for. The next ritual is to give yourself a worry fast every day. Think about a time during your day where you could spend 1 hour leaving your worries behind and think good thoughts. You'll be amazed at how well this carries into the rest of your day. The next ritual is to read good news, especially these days. Spend time with great minds by reading or listening to. I like to listen on Audible to a lot of books. Listen to the words of people who offer hope for the world and uplift your thoughts. So I'm still listening to a book that is so appropriate for these times, and that is Lord of the Rings. But I just downloaded several other books, so I need to make my way through the Lord of the Rings so I can start the other books. So feed your mind with hope and encouragement. The next ritual is to spend time in nature. Spend time close to nature. It helps give you perspective. It helps you to realize that seasons come and seasons go. Walk in a beautiful natural location, or take a stroll through your neighborhood and take in all that's around you through your senses. Notice vibrant colors and textures. Really listen to the sounds around you. Feel the air on your face and the earth beneath your feet. I also have a how to do a walking meditation guide on my Instagram, sip.and.om Instagram. And then you can also sit on a park bench and inhale the fresh air. Finally, as an evening ritual, immerse yourself in a soothing ritual to detox all the accumulated toxins and tension. This is going to help you sleep better. You could do this with a bath, with essential oils, in a sauna. Give yourself a facial. And the very final ritual is to review your day. This, I would have to say, is probably the most important thing you could do as you end your day. And that's by celebrating the progress you've made. We often don't do that. notice what you would have done differently. So celebrate your big wins as well as areas where you'd like to improve. And I encourage you to keep a journal to write down what you're most grateful for. You'll begin to cultivate a gratitude mindset when you do this. So you might take one of those rituals into your weekend this week and apply it. Do it for the whole weekend and then see if you can carry it into your week. And then maybe add another of those rituals. Build up a beautiful routine throughout your day where you have mindfulness touch points. So I am proud of you for showing up for yourself day in and day out. And I've so enjoyed sharing this week's series with you. Right now, I encourage you to settle yourself down and spend a little longer time meditating. Visualize yourself in a beautiful location, someplace where, as I mentioned, you feel safe and cared for. Spend time visualizing yourself in this place. You might not be able to venture out too much these days, but you can put yourself, by visualizing yourself, in these places that feed your soul. You are so worth slowing down for.